morning, bird brains! Welcome back to another video out on the Dinah today. Do I have to keep saying out on the Dinah? Because since I don't technically have, well, I technically do have a separate bike with the Ninja, but we don't want to talk about that. Please, someone buy that bike. It is for sale. Please hit me up. I'll give you a killer deal. But I don't know. Should I keep saying out on the Dinah? Since I'm gonna always be on the Dinah? I don't know. So, the big topic for today is, am I going to be keeping the Dinah? In case you missed the other video, during that video I was seriously considering trading in the Dinah for either a Heritage 114 or a Road King Special. Now, a good question that came up during that debate was, why would you go, if you're going to get a bagger, why would you go Road King Special versus Road Glide? That's a great question, because the Road Glide is more of your traditional bagger. It does have, quote unquote, a lot more features. Nope. I am faster than you. So to clarify something, now when I did say I want a Road Glide, I really want a Road Glide Special. So I know a lot of people are saying Road Glide, and I'm comparing Road Glide Special, so we're kind of talking two different bikes here, but let me just get that out of the way. I would not buy a regular Road Glide. It would have to be a Road Glide Special, and the only reason for that is because of the blacked out parts. Taking a standard Road Glide and blacking out all those parts, such a huge pain in the ass, and a job that I just do not want to take on. Not only that, the cost associated with it would be pretty high. Now, with that being said, let's pop up a couple stats on the Road King versus the Road Glide Special, or the Road King Special versus the Road Glide Special. Now, if you look at it, pretty much everything is the same. The motor is the same, the frame is the same, the tires are the same. The Road Glide has a little bit more storage space because of the little pockets up front. Pretty much the only thing that you gain out of the Road Glide is the full fairing with the windshield, as well as the touchscreen navigation, GPS, stereo, infotainment system. Now, for most people, that might be a good selling point. For me, however, I have a GPS on my phone. I hate using standalone GPSs. I would never use the GPS. And when it comes to music, I wear plug phones almost every single time I ride. Plus, with me being a motovlogger, I can't play music while I'm recording because, you know, copyright issues and stuff like that. Sub Lambo. So I would never use the radio or Bluetooth or anything like that for the speakers. So when you strip all that out, really the only thing that I personally would gain out of a Road Glide would be the full fairing. Now this brings me to my next point, the price difference between the Road Glide Special and the Road King Special. You're looking at about $5 grand. $5 grand for just for me, all I would get is a fairing. Now with the Road King, you can add a windshield for about $200, very easy install. Or what I would do is they actually do make RWG fairings for the Road King that look, here, let me just put up a picture of a Road King Special that has been modified. As you can see, has a full fairing, that is the RWG. Now there's a lot of other parts that make that bike look really badass. And I just think that looks better than a Road Glide. Now don't get me wrong, Road Glides are gorgeous. Still, I've been on record saying one of the best looking cruisers that they've ever made, but it is a very common cruiser bike. They are not very unique. Now, the cost associated with putting on the RWG fairing will really depend on how much paint costs for you. By my estimates, with the mounting kit, the fairing, the windshield, everything all bolted up, would be about $1,500 to $2,000. Now, that's a lot for a fairing, but it's still a whole lot less than $5 grand. Not only that, you have a bike that's unique, you have a bike that's somewhat one of a kind and special, and a bike that's going to draw a lot of attention. So that's basically my reasoning behind going Road King as opposed to Road Glide. A lot of people that don't like working on bikes, or, you know, need the speakers or want the speakers and the infotainment system, obviously they could justify that $5 grand a lot better than I could. But to me, I'd rather save that $3 grand and put it into performance upgrades and things like that. And that brings me to the question of the day is, how much longer am I going to be keeping the Dinah? Well, long story short, a long time. I've decided to keep the Dinah. Reason being, there's a lot of reasons actually, but most of the reasons. The big reasons, however, is it's a 2017 Dyna. So last year they made the Dyna. Now, who knows if they'll bring the Dyna back or not, but it could potentially be worth some money someday. The other main reason is I just really like this bike. It does a lot of things that I like. It's comfortable. I can do some decently long rides on it. It's mine. I've customized it so far that it's definitely noticeable. It definitely kind of stands out. And then another big reason is I still want to do performance Dyna stuff. I want to learn how to do Harley wheelies. I want to do Harley track days. Basically, I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends, and that's just not something that I could do with a bagger. And then also another huge selling point for me to keep it was that now that we've added the sissy bar in the back, Miss Bird can do rides with me on this thing. She was very comfortable. We've got a couple little bit longer rides planned coming up soon for her to kind of, build up those muscles and get practice. So I mean, that right there opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Plus, with her getting on the Sportster here fairly soon, I hope, that will also, she'll be on her own bike, so I won't have to be carrying her on the back. Plus, I mean, I don't really owe that much more money on this bike, so I don't want you to think that I'm getting rid of my bagger ideas or my bagger dreams altogether. Like, it's definitely still will happen, and I probably will have two bikes. I know I mentioned that I don't want to have two bikes again, but after giving it some second thought, the reason that the Dyna and the Sportster didn't work out is because they're actually pretty closely related. Like, a Dyna is pretty much just a more powerful, more comfortable Sportster. I feel like with a bagger, you're talking two different worlds. So I feel like I would bounce back and forth between the two a little bit more. And if not, if I end up, riding the bagger all the time, at that point, I would be comfortable selling the Dyna because I know what to expect. So for the time being, the Dyna will be staying, and I've got a lot of big plans for it, actually. So we will be continuing the Dyna build series. One big change coming, and I'm so excited, I'm going to tease you guys with it, is that the bike is going to be wrapped. I've gone ahead, pulled the trigger. The wrap is already at my house. I'm going to be doing it myself. It's going to be a big project for me. I'm super nervous, but super excited at the same time. I've never taken on a project this intricate or this big, so I really hope I don't mess it up. It'll probably be a 30-30, which is fine. Pretty much everything on this bike is a 30-30. But of course, I'm not going to tell you what color. I mean, that would be silly. But I want you to guess right now down in the comments, what color do you think I am wrapping the Dyna? It's going to be pretty soon, guys. Like, this is probably, there won't be very many episodes between this one and the build series where we wrap the bike. That build series is going to be a long and drawn out episode because it is such a long process. It might even be a two-parter. So strap in for that one. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Let me know down in the comments, are you happy I'm keeping the Dyna? Are you disappointed I'm not changing it for something else? Either way, I want to hear your thoughts. Other than that, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.